Hello, I'm Jonathan, Astro John. Welcome to my channel, and I'm going to be sharing with you the build of my observatory. So basically, long story, during lockdown I sort of got into astronomy and astrophotography, and I originally put, I laid a concrete square for the first pier you see here, though. So this is an Altair Sky Shed pier. So I had one bit of concrete put down, and had my EQ 6R Pro mount, which is a Stellar Ultra mount, serviced and modified by Dave at Dart Frame Optics. So I had that mount originally on this pier here, and on top of that I had the I've got a Sharp Star PH140 telescope, which was mounted on there with a 2600 mono camera. So I originally had then expanded that, and I had a concrete base put down, which you see here. So this base is 14'6" by 12'6", and then added the second pier you see here. And then of course then decided to add another room onto that. You could call it a warm room, but in fact it's a computer room. It will be insulated, and in the corner there you can see I've ducted a data cable, and there's another tube that's going to be for fibre optic when I get that, hopefully next year at some point. So at the moment the data cable's going back to my house, which links up to my router. So the build originally was going to start earlier, during lockdown, and I paid unfortunately a large deposit to a company that unfortunately went out of business. So I was a bit disheartened, but decided this year to go to another company, and that company is called outsideology.com. A lovely guy called Neil. So I spoke to Neil, and he popped over from London, and was been very inspirational, a lot of inspiration, gave me a lot of ideas, and he'd done an absolutely fantastic design for my roll-off roof observatory. So work on that is going to start in earnest next week, so I hope to share that full build with you. So at the moment we've got the base is all done. We've got 3 levels of brick with a damp course membrane. So the construction is going to be made of wood. That's going to go on top of that. And if you look towards the back here where my property is, the roof will roll back there. Obviously a wooden construction, a rubber roof, and the outside is going to be of a cladded material with an aluminium door here, and a wooden door into the warm room, computer room if you like, and there'll be another window looking out towards the house. So as I say, this build will start in earnest next week, so I'm going to share that with you. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be sharing that journey with you. As to what telescopes I'm going to be mounting on my 2 piers, so the first pier here we'll have a SEM 120 mount on. I bought the mount earlier in the year. Again, that's come from Dart Frame Optics, which is a guy called Dave. He specialises in servicing and basically improving mounts, making them track a lot better. So I had this SEM 120 mount mounted on here. Unfortunately, the first night I used it, it got jammed on the pier, which was my fault. I didn't set it up properly, so it ended up going back for repair. So that is due back shortly. And then on the second pier here, you can see I've got a EQ6R Pro. That again is a Stellar Ultra mount, completely modified again by Dart Frame Optics. That mount will be removed. I've got a second-hand EQ8 that's going to be mounted on here, and on top of that I'm going to be having hopefully a 14-inch Ritchie Crichton telescope, which will give me the focal lengths I need for smaller galaxies, smaller nebula. And then on this pier, on the SEM 120, I'm going to have the new ASCAR 203. So the 203 8-inch refractor, that is, well, I was hoping to have that delivered at the end of this month. And I was hoping to get the very first one in the UK, but unfortunately there's a delay with ASCAR and that particular telescope. So hopefully it's going to be delivered in December, and that will give me a 8-inch refractor with a focal length of 14-21 millimeters at f7. So that's going to be a nice scope to do sort of a mid-range galaxies, you know, smaller targets again, but fill a sort of a mid-range focal length that I need. The other scope I've got is a Red Cat 71, and the Red Cat I've got a 6200 color camera on. I've also recently purchased a 6200 mono camera, which I'll be using with the ASCAR 203. So join me for the build. The build is going to be done by a UK company, Outsideology, as I mentioned, Neil at Outsideology. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and follow me on my journey next week with the build of my observatory. Really looking forward to this and sharing it with you and sharing my astro journey. I'm Jonathan, Astro John. Thanks for watching.